Birds are often regarded as intermediate representatives between sky and earth. The bird, according to its spiritual significance, is a benevolent creature depicting deities or angels, divine protection, thoughts, and imaginative journeys. Due to its volatile aspect, all traditions across the world portray the bird as a manifestation of the soul, some of the oldest illustrations having been discovered in ancient Egypt's paintings. In the Hindu tradition, it is postulated that birds represent the higher states of the being. In myths and folktales, birds are widely acknowledged as bearers of celestial influences and intelligent companions of man, thus highlighting the further relevance of birds as messengers. They relate to the air element and, as stated in connection with the eagle, they express height and accordingly, spirit's highness. Low-flying birds represent a terrestrial condition and further, those who fly high represent a spiritual yearning. Besides the symbolism of birds, we have to allude shortly to the specific color of such a creature. A bird's specific color is a critical variable that encompasses its subsequent symbolism. We propose discussing further some essential aspects regarding red birds. What does it mean when you see a red bird? Red birds come to symbolize your life's potent workforces inherent in your soul. Around the globe, there are many red-feathered birds. There is the cardinal, the vermilion flycatcher, summer tanager, liwi, agapane, Micronesian myzomela, red avitavat, and more. However, the most encountered species is the cardinal. Due to its association with the red color, the cardinal represents aspects of wealth, energy, enthusiasm, leadership, vigor, and intelligence. Red is often perceived as a sign of good luck, but on another side, it represents lust, blood, risk, alert. With their vibrant plumage, red cardinals are impossible to miss, and for this reason, it is always a significant sensation to receive a visit from a red cardinal. It is a sure sign that you should be unequivocal about your purposes when you see a cardinal. A cardinal can also be an indication that your ideas and wishes should be taken into consideration. You should also understand that the red bird is your affinity to the spirit, and it can grant you with universal hints. The cardinal can also be a sign of confidence and exploration, so if the bird comes along, it will assist you in understanding yourself better. This red bird also represents grace, mercy, and is a sign of monogamy. If you are engaged, the cardinal will also help you stay with the person you love for the rest of your life. Gratitude is another thing we can relate to the red bird. This bird will instruct us how to appreciate one another and how to trust in one's talents. It may be possible to see a cardinal in your dreams as well. It is a gracious reminder that you must be authentic and genuine to yourself. You have to get over anything that doesn't benefit you, reconnect with yourself, and pursue satisfaction in becoming the best version of yourself. Often in your dreams, this red bird is a symbol that in your waking life, you may have many tasks summoning you. What does a red bird mean in the Bible? Birds have been a sign of the Holy Spirit for a long time in Christianity. It is essential first of all to understand that more than 300 passages in the Bible speak of distinct bird species. The red bird or cardinal is referenced in several contexts in the Bible as well. The cardinal is attested in the Bible as a sign of love, hope, and faith. In the Christian tradition, the red bird resembles Jesus Christ, and metaphorically, it is a sign of his blood and sacrifice. Holy Spirit renditions usually include one of two elements, white light or red flames. In a holy light, the white dove reflects purity and peace, and the red cardinal is the spark and vibrancy of the essence of life. The cardinal, therefore, symbolizes Christ's living blood. The red bird is also a Christmas symbol and alludes directly to the birth of Jesus Christ. Spiritual meaning of birds flying in front of you. Regarding their roles as celestial messengers, birds interact with humans and the environment in subtle ways. For this reason, when we try to perceive some symbolic facts regarding our existence, birds' movements and behaviors can also be drawn into account. A bird flying directly to you implies you will rapidly improve your life. A swarm of birds circling you or flying in front of you can also show the spiritual awakening period through which you pass. They announce your life's wealth, advancement, and abundance. They ascertain your efforts and represent accomplishments. If birds fly from right to left, passing in front of you, it is regarded as a subtle clue that you can pursue your objectives quickly. Inversely, if birds fly from left to right in front of you, this spiritual meaning denotes a delay or impediment that is imminent in your life. You really ought to reconsider the processes that are happening in your life. Spiritual meaning of birds flying around you. Birds flying around you are a symbol of stable and harmonious social interactions. If you are facing some complications and struggles with some people close to you, you should know that they will eventually be over, and a change will pop up. If you have noticed only one bird flying around you, and it left you with a sudden feeling of joy, then this is a good indication from the person you love, or even more, it marks your angel's protective care. In this manner, they ensure you've got their cooperation and assistance. Seeing a group of birds, particularly flying around your home and around your workplace, it is a subtle indication that progress, accomplishment, and wealth are reaching into your life. They attest the success of your ongoing efforts and actions. If you see a flock of birds flying around you, it may also symbolize acquiring compensations from previous activities and attempts. To conclude our brief video, we have to ascertain the important fact that some birds can represent a good omen and others can appear as a bad omen. Moreover, the birds that fly before you and around you can also occur in your dreams as well as in your waking life. Ancient portrayals and historical references along with folkloric symbolism tell a lot about the symbolic meanings of birds and their aid for humanity. In different cultures around the globe, birds are symbolically linked to death. They are often regarded as apparitions of sudden death. Some cultures even attest the fact that certain birds can behave as psychopomps, taking care of the soul of the deceased. It is also for the bird's flight that people have assimilated them with death, correlating the fact that the soul flies away from the body at the moment of departure. The symbolism of birds is not only put in correspondence with the afterlife or with the supernatural. They are often seen as symbols of fertility, longevity, and existence.